some breakfast.
Cereal, fruit,
So Tilly, we're having a bit of breakfast. Nice. What you got? You got some Cocoa Pops? No, not Cocoa Pops. Rice Krispies.
Rice Krispies.
You got a yogurt and some butter. You're all set? Yeah? And who can resist Frosties?
And a cup of water.
Yeah, you got your water. And strawberry yogurt, orange juice. Shelbo and AJ have got apple juice. And they've gone up to the bar to select what they want to eat. So not the biggest choices of breakfast stuff, just cereal, yogurt, fruit, and I think there's some croissants and like the chocolate version. What are those chocolate? Pan of chocolate, I think, are available. You can get a cooked breakfast for an upcharge, which we're not going to do today.
Eat my cereal.
Okay, that's strange.
Oh.
Shelley, would you describe that orange as demonic?
Maybe. I'll let you know.
So our toast has arrived and our beverages, and this was a closer look at what was available. And there was your little upcharged cooked breakfast that you could order from the table. Oh, and by the way, ice cream bar. We made it. Let's check in. We're all pre-booked, so that should be super easy. 1711. That's an old wall. Hey, future Brice here. We didn't go straight to lunch at this point. We actually went on board HMS Warrior. There was way too much to document on board, so we decided to make that into a vlog in its own right. So do keep an eye out for that one. Okay, we're gonna get a little bite to eat, I think. Thank you. Let's see what we've got. So we have got a little bite to eat. Just a little wrap, just to change it up. What did you go with? You had a jerk chicken one, didn't you? Jerk chicken. We've got some sandwiches.
Cheese bar.
Donut first, I like your style. Is that the same with you, AJ? Yeah? Came to £34 and change. So, ouch. How much happier are you, AJ, with your donut? You love donuts, don't you? Yeah? You going? You still going? You got your crisps? Wow. Good job. A list of achievements for this aircraft carrier. Tell us our future. Mysterious hand.
Delay in the execution of a rather unpleasant task which will be set you in the near future will lead to complications of a rather amusing nature. Although you may have to suffer an embarrassing half hour explaining away your misdemeanor, all things will come right in the end. However, and you will be able to look back on your escapade as a very remarkable example of the dangers of procrastination. The journey to the north will be followed by a period of intense activity which will bring you prosperity.
Wow, how about that?
For this one today, Toto, I think you can make him dance.
I wonder if one day that you say that you care, if you say you love me madly, I gladly dance like a puppet on a string.
That's terrifying.
Love is just like a mirage with all the fun and the pain.
Does this count as our journey north to bring us prosperity?
Yeah. Whoa. 25,000 civilian workers at its height. Whew. Some artifacts here. Hello. How are you? You both good? Okay. Good chat.
By the end of the Napoleonic Wars, the Royal Navy was the greatest maritime force the world has ever known.
Sleeping on the job. Traditional skills and tools involved in building of wooden boats have remained unchanged over hundreds of years. Guess they would have. That's a lot of tools. Never starting to use iron, so iron rivets are being put in. Interesting.
Before the new year launched, her weight had been transferred off the building lots on which she had constructed, and onto the cradle which would guide her down the slipway. It was a big day for the whole dockyard.
Okay, what are we lifting here? Okay, let's have a look. See if I can do it one-handed. Oh, that's quite heavy. Oh, I think I just put my shoulder out.
Lady Holland Martin, wife of the flag officer Vice Admiral Sir Derek
56
Holland
pounds.
Martin, arrived to perform the ceremony. Despite the rain, there were plenty of spectators, and in a short service.
Whew, that was strenuous.
In September,
Okay, that's 56 pounds.
the new year, a general purpose ship was ready to be launched.
I'm gonna do that too.
Operations took about
I think so.
Mommy, can I do that?
Oh, is it showing you the advantage of different pullets? Because that looks terrible.
Yeah, it's easier, yeah.
first had to be checked by the shipwright miners to make sure
Pull it.
all the way
Can you do it today? Can you lift 56 pounds of weight?
anywhere that they weren't had to be taken away using an axe.
So much lighter.
Fixed weapons to the side in preparation for creating a smooth level
So yeah, it was easier to pull it.
to slide down.
The right hand one was easier, yeah. Yeah, the one on the left was ridiculously heavy. You're literally pulling 56 pounds of weight, aren't you?
Yeah. Right, come on you.
Are you serious?
Then pictures had to be limited by
He looks a bit sad.
He does, because he's not on the ship anymore.
Maybe. Dreadnought. Some flag making. Hey AJ, what are you sending? What secret codes? And today, what are you doing? Oh. Figurehead of HMS Bembo. Nice.
Daddy, what's his name?
Mr. Bembo. Admiral to you. But there she is, I can see her. Ah. There she is, HMS Victory. Now unfortunately her masts are undergoing a repair, so her main mast in the middle is completely missing. Her foremast has got the top not on it. and no top to that one either, which is a bit of a shame, but she's still pretty magnificent. But we will come back to HMS Victory after we're done with the Mary Rose. Now this is another warship we're hoping to get on if we've got time, HMS M33, which was a World War I era monitor. So we'll see what we can do about that, we'll see if we can get on board. Time allowing, of course. Oh, and by the way, it's a large aircraft carrier. Prince of Wales, I think. So of course, Portsmouth is an active naval base, so there are areas that we obviously cannot go to. So lots of naval ships here. From a famous picture. Hey, future Bricey again. At this point of the video, we went into the Mary Rose exhibition, which was fantastic, and then immediately after on board HMS Victory, which was also fantastic. We decided to make those into separate vlogs as well because it would be way too much content for this one video. So again, keep an ide out for those two vlogs coming up, along with Warrior, which I mentioned earlier on. So a little pit stop, a minute just to recharge the batteries. What have you got? You got a cup of tea? AJ, you are going to look like a donut soon.
John donut.
Because you do love your donuts. Look what you got, Tilly. That looks awesome. Is it nice? Yeah?
It's a square donut.
It's a square donut. Cool. Okay, so we have had the snack. We're now going to head up to the Royal Navy Museum and we're going to try and find a few interesting artefacts in there. And I think then that's going to call it a day, I believe. Because there's so much to see. There's too much to see, to be honest. Way too much for any single vlog.
But more importantly, our tickets are good for an entire year.
Yeah.
So we can come back at another point, which I'm sure we will, because we've actually really enjoyed it so far. And we don't have to pay for our tickets again.
Yeah, so that's brilliant. So yeah, we hopefully can come back in the next sort of 12 months or so. And go and do some other things. Because, you know, like, yeah, there is just so much history here, there's so much here to document, but it's way too much for one vlog. Hence, like we've been saying about splitting up Victory and Warrior and Mary Rose into vlogs themselves, because this vlog will end up being, well, I don't know.
Hours.
Hours long, 2-3 hours long, which is ridiculous.
I've seen about 40,000 cannons today, with no exaggeration. There's been a lot of cannons.
I think 40,000 is an exaggeration, but, you know, considering Victory has 100, and Warrior, well, I mean, Warrior actually quite, well, not nowhere near 100, but...
I've seen enough.
You've seen enough cannons. Sad trombone moment. So, last stop of the day, National Museum, Royal Navy. So when we were on HMS Victory, that was where we stood, and obviously this is a painting, and that's where he died. Legend. His death mask. Quite fitting that HMS Victory literally sits outside this museum, where this section of it is dedicated to Nelson. Gosh, Nelson sat in that chair on board Victory to do his paperwork. Fascinating. Not the biggest of men, but towering nonetheless.
And the great victory that an emperor out of it.
Why?
My dress from head to foot is a la Nelson.
So for many years this was thought to have been, or this is a copy of it, but this was thought to be Nelson's death mask, but actually so it turns out that it was not. It was a, what was it saying here? It was Nelson's live face, which was taken in Vienna in 1800. Huh. Nice. Just reading the information. Made from bone. Made from bone. That's ridiculous. Huh. What's it smell of? Oh, what can you smell? Oh, it's all...
A hog's head.
A hog's head?
A hog's head?
Let me smell. Can't really smell anything.
No, baby boy.
HMS Endeavour, a model of Cook's ship. Very cool. HMS Nile. Fantastic model. Constructed in the 1830s, so we're a little bit past Nelson's time. Beautiful. I'm over here, baby. Woo, where are you to? There you are. You're looking at the man with the telescope. That's a big gun. Ooh, focus. That's better. Come in. Hand-to-hand fighting. Yep, that looks brutal. I would not want to be doing hand-to-hand fighting. Then, or at any point in history.
Hello, this is Matilda. This is a big gun. You can know how it goes. Matilda, I love you. Ooh. Hello.
Heavy? What about the sword? Try the sword. Yeah, so it's anchored down at one end, I suppose, so we can't take it. That's a very cool diorama of trying to find it is, the Northwest Passage. An expedition I would not want to be on.
Like he's in the water.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I do like a good diorama. I love models. I do love models.
Where's Mama? Lala, Coca, Lala, Coca, Lala, Coke. Peanuts,
Cool.
Peanuts, Coca, Lala, Coca, Lala.
That was very cool. Now, looking at this, looks like we're heading into a more modern era. Ooh. I must say, there is plenty of hand sanitizer around, which is excellent. That's really good. That is a great model of HMS Bluebell. She was a Flower-class corvette, World War II. A silver model of HMS Iron Duke. Wow. Just above Bluebell's model is the wrecked flag of HMS Chalmer. model of HMS Fearless. She's only recently been scrapped, actually, only in the last sort of decade or so. camera does not do this model justice. It is absolutely huge. This is HMS Eagle. The detail in that. What a fantastic ship that was. Eagle. I think she was sister ship to the Ark Royal, I believe. Again, the old Ark Royal. One of my favourite classes of battleship was the King George V class, for which Duke of York was a member. Fantastic picture, but preserved up here is her nameplate. That thing is huge.
Look how big this boat is, Mummy!
Duke of York. I do believe we are looking at the bell of HMS Hood, which was brought up from the seabed a few years ago. Wow. That's significant. Huh. And there's a portrait of HMS Hood, with Prince of Wales following on their way to the Battle of the Denmark Strait. In fact, they're involved in the Battle of the Denmark Strait. In fact, HMS Hood is about to sink, and that bell went down with her. Gosh. Fantastic model of HMS Swiftsure. I believe it was the builder's model. I think that's what it says. Builder's model of a battleship HMS Swiftsure. That's pretty cool. Look at that.
Mummy, can I have yours?
Are you sending Morse code?
Yeah, if you help put it on that side.
Oh. Oh yeah, look. Ready? Put your earphones on. You ready?
I'm going to send a message.
Okay, I got as far as SO. Pretty cool, eh? Look, you can copy. Look, here's your Morse code, look. So a dot and a dash. Now your letters, look. Pretty cool. 14-inch practice shell. Very large. Wouldn't want that on my head. Some nice 15-inch guns there, that's for sure.
The tallest one.
And then, I don't know whether they left them in, but I would suggest that they pinned it. And then you've got your...
It's got to be done. One last sweep of HMS Victory. There is literally so much here to do. We've been here for 7 hours and there is stuff that we still haven't been able to see, so we're going to have to come back at some point to the historic dockyard here at Portsmouth. But that's going to have to do it today because, well, actually it's closing time, so we have to leave. So what we're going to do is we're going to head back to the car and we're going to go and get a burger or something like that. So from the Naval Museum, see you in a minute. Little last view of HMS Warrior as we leave. Very cool. This little view of the street leaving the historic dockyard. Little pub there, shipping castle. Nice. So the car park is in this direction along this very old wall. That wall from 1711, as documented earlier in this video. But back to the modern world. To finish out our day, we're going to try and get a burger at Five Guys. We've just entered the Whiteley shopping centre, so we've just got to find said burger establishment. This is quite a nice little shopping centre, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Reminds me a bit of Exeter.
Yes, yeah, it is actually, yeah.
Oh, no.
Not in a shop, AJ. Let's retrieve the 2-year-old.
AJ.
Nice little photo op. And they're gone.
Come on, Tilly. No, Tilly, don't climb in.
That's nice. I could live there. Yes, this does remind me of Exeter. We'll definitely go to Exeter with you guys one day, because it's quite a nice city. Okay, we did it. 5 guys. Let's go get ourselves a burger.
Mummy, after we eat the
Hello.
burger, can we get it?
Okay, so we've put our order in and we're waiting for it to be called, and then we'll go up and get it.
Can I have one of those?
You'll have it. Wait, don't have one. If you're not going to try a bit of mine, now you're going to get one of your own.
I do love a chocolate milkshake. What'd you get?
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter. Nice. Here's a taste.
Like home. These burgers, you get pickles.
Oh, lift it up for me. Oh wow. You looking forward to that? Look at all the French fries in there. That was 2 large portions plus all those in there. That's amazing. My burger, just a plain bacon cheese. And
No,
you
I've
had
got
the same, but you had some onion in
onions
it.
and peppers.
You alright, kiddo?
He looks happy.
He looks happy. Oh, can't wait for this. You know me, I love my burgers.
That's it. Please.
It's a good burger. Well earned. So, that is going to conclude our day today. We're going to close the video out here. As always, if you enjoyed the episode, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the Brice Side and you don't miss out on any videos.
Mummy, look. Iceman.
Hit the notification bell. Share if you wish. That's pretty much it. So, from the Whiteley Shopping Centre, cheers and gone.